Bants and Bants. Bants and Bants.
All systems go.
Bants and Bants.
Defiance.
Bants and Bants.
This rebel has a cause.
Bombs and Bants.
We begin as wanderers, and we are wanderers still.
Welcome, everyone, to the fourth. Wow, we just did that one. In.
What's that?
You just ended it.
No, I didn't. It's still playing.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Well,
welcome to the 30th live edition of Bombs and Bants and Wednesday Rants. As always, I'm your dedicated and humble host, John Wilder, coming to you from an undisclosed location hidden deep beneath the surface of the earth. With me, as always, is Mark.
Hey there.
And the missus.
Experiencing extreme technical difficulties again this week.
It's
been so bad. I am getting a
awful.
Forrest Whitaker twitch.
It has been pretty bad because letting you everyone in behind the scenes, the inside baseball sort of work. The missus, I came out and started talking to her over the microphone. That's what the restraining order says I have to do. Only with the microphone. But what happened is she seemed to think I was just yelling into the microphone, and
which is not uncommon. So
yeah, and she turned on this hearing aid so she could listen to, I don't know, Pink Floyd at mega volume. Pink Floyd or some girl that I don't want to listen to. Anyway, but we're here and we're alive. How was your week, Mark?
It's been pretty good so far.
So you're not the queen then?
No, I'm not. Never have been.
Oh, there's so many jokes I could go from off that. But
like this?
But
She's dead. She's dead.
She is. She is. She's a chilled room temperature, or what? Well, yeah, I guess that would be the case.
Oh, by the way,
She's just sleeping.
Just sleeping.
Well, I keep hearing that her coffin has arrived someplace, and I keep thinking, boy, I hope they remember to put her body in it. Otherwise, they're going to have to make a long trip back to pick that up.
I'm feeling much better. Oh, but and here's the thing is, we go through these things, and there's always so much more news, and I just feel horrible that we couldn't spend really every day doing our own newscast, because we spend every day doing a newscast, and that would make me stay classy, San Diego. Okay.
I do have a little funny for you before we start. I found this just before we went on. You have to flip over so you can see the
thingamabob?
Yeah.
I'm seeing the thingamabob. Okay, and for that quote, let me help everyone. The FBI raided the My Pillow guy. Yes, indeed, Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy. The FBI showed up, boxed his car in, so he had to pull over. This is from the reports that I've heard. And then demanded to have his cell phone. And then told him he couldn't tell anyone about it. When he asked if they had any legal authority to do that, they said, well, no, not really. So here we are. It looks like this might be the police that stop. Oh, no, I wouldn't want to call it that. Anyway.
They're just protecting our democracy. I mean, not your democracy and my democracy, but their democracy.
Yes.
Well, on the bright side, it will take them a while to work through all 80 million people that voted for Trump. So
yeah, but something tells me we're higher on the list.
That is possible.
I'm not kidding. It's possible. All right. So there is a very fortunate thing. Guess what we have? Kamala Harris. She is the gift that keeps giving. And how do I mean keeps giving? She sat down with NBC's Chuck Todd. Number one, never trust anyone with two first names. Chuck Todd. Never trust him. Over the weekend for a little glimpse into the inner workings of her mind. Todd asked her some pointed questions, and fortunately for us, Kamala answered.
What is a semi-fascist?
Listen, I think that let's not get caught up in politicizing the fact that most people in America know that it is not helpful to our country when we have people who are denying elections or trying to obstruct the outcome of an election where the largest number of people in our country voted for the President of the United States.
Large number of dead people, too.
They're people too. And, we wouldn't want, certainly, hours and hours and these ongoing fruitless investigations and charges and stuff that just completely come to nothing. We wouldn't want years of that obstructing a duly elected president. Now, would we, Democrats?
If you guys can hear me, carry on without me for a little bit. I'll be back. I have lost everything.
Nope.
Oh, crap. The FBI came for him, too.
See, now who was making fun of me just moments ago? Who was making fun of me?
FBI, open up!
I guess you know what happened. Well, you have to hand it to Chuck Todd, though, because I think he really threw himself on a grenade for the rest of us, because he was the one who actually had to sit down and talk to Kamala Harris and peer inside her mind.
Yeah. He'll be paying a psychiatrist for that for a long time.
Poor guy will never be able to sleep again. I did, however, get some great pictures of Kamala from the interview. And a great Freudian slip, too, as Chuck Todd went on to ask her a few more questions. Enjoy this little tidbit, Mark.
You were a senator. You weren't ready to get rid of the legislative filibuster as of 2017. What has changed?
Well, let's talk about what we've seen around the country, in particular after together with Joe Biden, when we won.
I love that. After I and Joe. Again, Kamala standing
she
on
had
the
to search for the name.
Yeah, right. It's because she's standing on the sideline, ready to rip off those warm-ups and run into the game.
Well, she didn't want to say who was really in charge.
Although, for the rest of us, it might be, I don't know, kind of nice to know. I think we can probably all take a few guesses, but yeah, who can say?
Oh, well.
Well, Kamala had more tidbits in this interview.
Yeah, I was thinking, didn't she say something about the border at some point?
She did. We'll get to that. Oh, it looks like our intrepid leader may be connecting to audio again. It's possible he's on his way back. We'll have to stop talking about him now, Mark.
Oh, darn it.
Are you back? No? Still connected?
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, finally,
It's
there
Cloris.
you are. What happened? Did Bill Gates take over your computer for a few minutes?
There's the funny answer and the real answer. The real answer. On the microphone, it's on the microphone stand. There's this little tiny USB connector that goes into the back.
Mm-hmm.
And it pulled loose. So,
Help! I'm unplugged.
Oh, my gosh.
See, I'm not the only one having that week.
Yes. Mark, it's your turn at this point.
I was just amazed when I heard you say you'd lost everything. I wasn't sure if you're talking about your mind, your bank account. I don't know.
I've lost it all.
All of the above.
You're so upset at hearing Kamala talk, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm back.
Nope, that's the wrong one.
Yeah.
Is this mic on?
There, that's the one I wanted.
Is this mic on?
And Quizzer notes if the USB cable can come unplugged at the Fed, it can happen to any of us. and you must have been having a pretty good segment because Quizzer's been on fire. I'm just reading it. I'm going, I wish I was there. But I am back. So are we on story number 2?
We are on to story number 2.
Have we started story number 2?
We have not.
Oh, okay. Are we done with 1?
Well, unless you'd like to hear Kamala's Freudian slip, which I think is
Sure.
really
I was because
Okay.
I haven't heard it.
All right. Here it is.
You were a senator. You weren't ready to get rid of the legislative filibuster as of 2017. What has changed?
Well, let's talk about what we've seen around the country, in particular after I, together with Joe Biden, when we won.
When I together with Joe.
Wow.
She's measuring the drapes in the Oval Office.
Well, it's not the deep state, it's the derp state when she's in charge. All
Ain't
right.
that the truth?
By the way, in case you hadn't heard, the Queen's dead.
Oh, wait. I had something for this.
Yeah,
dead.
you did. That's why I had the long, pregnant pause.
She's dead.
Yeah, and I talked right over your thing. So,
She's dead.
and it's really all there is to the story. But you wouldn't know that by listening to the American media.
You would think that
You would be ready with the sounder that you have listed on the playlist.
I already played it.
Yeah.
She's dead.
With my interview with the Queen?
Oh, no. Are you ready? I thought we were going to talk about that story a little bit more.
Oh,
Are we done?
Well, we're not done talking about the Queen.
This podcast is going swimmingly tonight.
I'm sorry. I think the Queen is done.
And Jim Wetzel notes, and in other news, Queen Elizabeth II is
She's dead.
still fighting to remain dead.
She's dead.
All right, let's play the bit.
Each week on Bombs and Bants, you hear us talk about the news of the week, comment on current events, and we make fun of politicians. But what you don't know is that we at Bombs and Bants are actually a fairly capable news gathering organization that is international in scope and can get scoops that few news organizations can. To prove that to you, we would like to invite you to listen in on our exclusive interview from London, live from her home at Buckingham Palace, Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of England.
Thank you, John Wilder. A pleasure to be here, I do say. Have a ciggy? A smoke? Perhaps something nudge, a bit stronger?
Your Majesty, I don't smoke.
Did Prince Charles tell you to say that? He's such a wanker.
No, Your Majesty. I think that most of our listeners, being Americans, really want to know is what are the most awesome things about being the Queen?
Oh, there are many blinder things about being Queen. For one thing, I can always get a good parking space. I mean, I can just never have to wait. I just circle the block or anything. And if some right wanker takes my space, I can just have his loaf of bread cut off.
I'm sorry, loaf of bread?
Yeah, his nut, his noodle, his down, his noggin, right off.
Wow, you still do that?
Oh yeah, all the time. Why, just the other day I was coming back to the castle after getting a carcass a bit of pampering, the paws polished and the butts buffed and bits like that, and some John flipped me his finger. He did so and had the driver run him over. It's like, ha, all the time. It's a pretty sweet deal, it is. We have Henry VIII to thank for that one, we do.
I had no idea.
Right, let's blow out of here. Feel the need for some fish and chips, Governor?
Okay.
Bloody hell, the menu's in French. I can't read a blimmin' word.
No, that's just cursive.
Garçon, boy, get over here.
Yes, Mum.
I can't read any of this bloody menu. Give me some bangers and mash. None of them snails like you frogs eat. Let's get a pint of bitters going, eh, you fat wanker? Keep those pints a-coming. And some fish and chips. Wilder's paying.
So you're saying it's good to be the Queen?
Yeah, and another thing, I never have to serve jury duty. On account of you can't be on a jury if you're related to the bloke. Half the country has royal blood in them, so that lets me off. Have Henry to thank for that one too, if you know what I mean.
Well, I guess I can understand that. One final question. If you had to pick one thing that was the absolute best thing about being Queen of England, what would that be?
The very best thing? Well, it's probably this thing called sovereign immunity, which means I could kill anyone I wanted in the middle of the city, in the middle of the day, on a busy street, and there's nothing anyone could do about it.
Really? In broad daylight?
Yeah. Or really late at night in a tunnel after a high-speed auto chase. Stupid bent.
What's that?
Oh, I said there's also diplomatic immunity, which means I could also do that in another country, say the United States, where someone I didn't like to move there. I mean, it's all just theoretical, since I would never do anything like that.
Of course not. Well, Your Majesty, our time is just about up. Thank you for giving us this exclusive interview.
Sort of, Wilder. Pay the boy for the chow. How about that ciggy?
Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II.
So, I just.
Oh, by the way, breaking news just in about the Queen. Wait. Come on. Today,
Wow.
play would be nice. This is the internet problem. Here we go. No, and then it didn't play the whole thing. Let's try again. Everything's broken, clearly. All right, well, here's what I was going to do. I was going to play the breaking news sounder, which would not completely play, and then I was going to go...
She's dead.
What did it do? I don't know what's going on here.
She's dead.
Okay.
Okay, to the audience, just imagine that you
Gremlins
heard
have
the breaking news.
Okay,
She's
there it
dead.
finally played. I hit that about 30 seconds ago.
I blame Ted Nugent. Let's carry on.
Great. Googly moogly.
So you look overall, and here's the interesting thing that I find, that the sovereign in England went from a position of actual power just a little over 100 years ago to a position that's really a figurehead. And also during that same time period, the sovereign went from a period from actual what's the word I would look
You sound
for?
like you're misfiring a little bit tonight, too.
Oh, well, a little bit. It's Thursday. Wait.
It's not Thursday.
But the British Empire itself lost most of its territory during that time period. I think it's England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and like 3 islands. Like, not big islands, small islands. And that's it. And that's all during her lifetime and during her reign as queen. So it took hundreds of years to build up, and her life to let go. And what are your thoughts on that, Mark?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't blame her as much as I'd blame Winston Churchill.
Carry on.
Well, I mean, besides being the author of the disaster at Gallipoli in World War One, he essentially had opportunities to end World War II. I think on a note that would have been more positive for the British, but insisted on destroying Germany, even though it meant essentially bankrupting his country. So, and that's, I don't know. I look at Europe and I think they shot themselves in the head in World War One, and World War II is just sort of like, let's do it again just to make sure.
The corpse is still twitching, so let's keep going.
But they did. I mean, after World War II, I mean, that was the end of it. Everything flew apart as far as losing their colonies, and their wealth was spent, and they'd suffered tremendous losses of troops in both wars. So essentially, you had 2 generations that were gone. A lot of the best people gone. So
the missus, your take?
I'm sorry, what? See, this is what I was expecting you to do when you were giving me a hard time about not playing the bit, because I thought we were going to talk about this then.
Well, I mean, what are your thoughts on the Queen?
Well,
successful? Loser?
On
Did
who?
you take her in basketball?
I think so. She's 96. I mean, I've lost a few.
And dead.
And dead, yeah. So I got that going for me. So maybe. I think that she would. I think she'd play the queen card too. Like she'd pretend that you'd fouled her and then really take a dive and then have her guards beat you up. That seems to me from the interview that you did with her. That seems to be the way she felt about things.
So successful queen or not,
Um,
I should know better than to
I
ask
would
the
just
6-year-old
say,
in the house.
I would just say, based on the way that England, Great Britain, has responded to her death. I mean, yeah, they're pretty torn up about it. And I guess from the English point of view, kind of one thing that I've heard is that she really gave the Brits, regardless of what side of the political aisle they were on, something to unify behind. She really represented being English, and they were really proud of that. And I think that they've kind of metaphorically taken a knee with her death because that was kind of a big symbol, and I don't know that Charles is going to be able to live up to that. I guess he's already.
Yeah, I doubt, but being frank, every picture I've seen of him, he is on his way out relatively rapidly. I don't think his health is good at all, and he's married to Camilla. So on that note, we'll move to the next story. Football is back, both in the NFL and college and high school, and Pop Warner and everybody else is playing. So let's talk about college football. There are big upsets over the weekend, including the top-ranked Alabama getting scared by Texas. Scared. They squeaked out a 2019 win over the Longhorns, but still a W. A&M also lost as they were upset by Appalachian State.
Appalachian State. Can you believe that?
They tend to do that. But the biggest game of them all, and you remember Father Joseph? He's from there.
Really? I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
This means absolutely nobody to anyone listening except to you and me, because only you and I know who Father Joseph is.
Yes.
Probably a conversation we could have had when we weren't in the middle of a podcast. Yeah. But anyway.
But the biggest loser of them all was the head coach of Nebraska. Scott Frost, who got fired after losing his second game with the second game of the season with the Cornhuskers.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed my trip to Nebraska. So, anybody see any good movies lately?
Not really, no.
Oh. Read any good books?
Nope.
No. Nope. Anything new with corn?
Oh, yeah, corn.
Corn.
Oh, yeah,
corn. You bet.
Corn, absolutely. Corn, yeah, absolutely.
Corn is always interesting.
They take their football seriously up there.
In 5 seasons in Nebraska, Scott Frost was 16-31, and that's not going to cut it in Nebraska. I don't believe even close to it. And I will note this: that moving out of the Big 12 really worked well for Nebraska, didn't it?
Yeah, that's why I don't really feel very sorry for him. What is the Big 12 anyway? Like 3 teams? Kansas State, KU, and like some junior college or something like that?
I think so. The people from Missouri are now going to try and find us. All right, so moving on. Let's go to Michigan, which is out of all of those conferences. A Michigan library is taking a stand against banning books. The Peter White Public Library will host a game of banned book bingo throughout September. To play, pick up a bingo card, which will have 9 banned books.
It's too late! We're banished, genius!
So the patrons have to read 3 books in a row from the list, or any 3 for children, and return the completed card to the library. They will complete at least one bingo. Anyone who gets a bingo will have a chance to win a gift card to a local bookstore. Books on the banned list include To Kill a Mockingbird, Beyond Magenta. I've never heard of that. The Hunger Games, which I can't believe was banned ever. The Diary of Anne Frank. Not going to touch that one with a 10-meter cattle prod. The Kite Runner. All Boys Aren't Blue. Strangely missing from the lists are When Harry Became Sally, Responding to the Transgender Movement by Ryan Anderson, and Capitalism on a Ventilator, the Impact of COVID-19 in China and the U.S. by Li Xiuhun, both of which have been banned by Amazon in the past couple of years. So, books that were banned decades ago, okay to celebrate. books that were recently banned, well, that was the right thing to do, Mark.
I think it's just nobody can find the banned books that Amazon banned.
Well, yeah,
You know, actually, the one when Harry became Sally, when I was looking for that picture there, it's on sale at Walmart. You can buy it off their website.
And yes, at Walmart's website. I actually have several books, at least one book that's banned by Walmart. And I'm like, when I read it, I'm like, well, it's shouldn't be banned. It's just this guy's take on something. And I go, when did that become dangerous? When did that become banned? Oh wait, 2019. What happened in 2019 that made Amazon, which had staunchly included books of all types, make them want to start banning anything that wasn't politically correct?
I don't know. Do you have an answer for that?
Yes.
Lay it on us.
Jeff Bezos broke up with his wife. That was it.
Well, that might be it.
He broke up with Mackenzie Phillips, and that was it. Her name wasn't Mackenzie Phillips.
I know. She was the daughter on what was the name of that show? One Day at a Time. That wasn't Valerie Bertinelli.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
but I think she did marry David Lee Roth, though, didn't she?
No, that was Valerie Bertinelli.
Oh, okay.
Mackenzie Phillips ate a sandwich. Well, no, that was
Valerie Bertinelli
Mama
didn't
Cass.
marry David Lee Roth.
Yes, she did. Oh no! Oh, duh! Yes, that was good. It caught me on that one. Holy cow! So on the banned list, To Kill a Mockingbird, read that one. The Kite Runner. The Kite Runner was just stupid. I don't know who would have banned it, but it was.
It was in advertising parlance what one would describe as an exotic thriller. So whenever you see the word exotic in the description of a book, that means the characters are from India, or in this case, Afghanistan.
Yeah, and it was not very well written, and it was not very interesting, and it was
it
very.
Was okay, you know.
No, it wasn't. You liked it better than I did, and I didn't like it.
I know.
Or you liked it less than I did.
No, I didn't like it. I thought it was all right.
All right.
So was it banned? Was it banned because it just didn't sell?
No, it sold great. And here's
I think
the reason
probably
thought
it got banned because of the male-on-male rape scene that was in the book.
I don't know. I wouldn't even know.
So it got banned because they tried to show Afghanistan as it really is.
Yeah, but except the bad guy in that situation, though he was Afghani, he had blonde hair and blue eyes. Shocking, I know, but
oh,
yeah, and yeah, I'm not going to go back there. I'm going to start having PTSD if I do that. But there's a sounder. There's a sounder for the end of this.
What was that?
There's a little thing that says 2 words were banished. SFX.
I already played that.
It's too late! We're banished, genius!
There you go. Time for a commercial. Let's get to our sponsor.
Are you tired of gulping down the sewage fed to you by the mainstream media?
Yep.
Do you feel like you wake up in a strange, crazy world every day?
You betcha.
Do you wonder how Democrats, progressives, and other communists keep buying into the same old lies?
How did you know?
Then what you need is the brand new prescription strength, once daily Fug-It-All from Pfizer. With Fug-It-All, you could dumb yourself down to a level that makes modern life tolerable.
The economy is fine.
I'll buy it.
The border is closed.
I'll buy it.
Democrats are defending our democracy.
I'll buy it.
With new Fug-It-All, you will rest easy, knowing you'll never have to think for yourself again.
Warning, this drug may produce side effects such as itching, nausea, muscle cramps, continuous bleeding from all of your orifices, a tendency to vote for Democrats, or even sudden death. Some of these side effects may be permanent. If you find yourself questioning if it works, or thinking our government might be lying, consult a doctor, because that means it's not working.
Take this stupid new world in stride with once daily Fug-It-All from Pfizer. I think I need me some of that.
Okay, so number one, I'm sure now that Google's going to ban us from medical misinformation for that. And number two, I love the name. Number three on my take is where can I buy some?
I know, right? I gotta
Oh wait,
get me
it's
some
called
of
beer.
that. It's called tequila.
Oh yeah, but you don't remember it the next day, and then
That's kind of the point. My head hurts so bad I don't need to think.
Quizzer
I'm a
notes
Democrat
that
now.
Quizzer notes that Fuck It All is pushing the Q-tip the extra quarter inch. The Q-tip is cheaper, of course. 10 out of 10, Quizzer. 10 out of 10. All right. Oh, that's just glorious. But we're here to Neil Diamond's favorite segment.
This is Neil Young.
Hey, get that jackass out of here!
And I'm proud to present my brain jackass of the week.
All right. Thank you, Sam Neill. Were you celebrating our amazing economy yesterday? Or were you too busy crying about your 401k when the market tanked 1,300 non-metric points? That's okay. Joe had your back. He did it by celebrating for you at a gala celebration on the lawn of the White House, complete with champagne, beautiful, famous people, and James Taylor, who's seen fire and rain. What was he celebrating? Why, the passage of his Inflation Reduction Bill.
Exactly 4 weeks ago today, I signed the Inflation Reduction Act into law, a single most important legislation passed in the Congress to combat inflation and one of the most significant laws in our nation's history, in my view. I said it then, and I'll keep saying it. With this law, the American people won and special interests lost.
What special interest is he talking about there? The taxpayers?
Republicans.
Apparently. The Wall Street Journal says today that the average American, as compared to a year ago, today spends 23.8% more on energy, 6.2% more on shelter, 11.4% more for food, which is the largest 12-month grocery price increase since 1979. Way to go, Joe. You got it going on, bro.
Joe must have taken a lot of Fuck It All. But I'll note a little bit more on that. How come on every speech he sounds drunker than I do after I've had 3 quarts of beer?
It's the Fuck It All.
It's the Fuck It All. Okay. Well, that's contestant number 1 for the Brain Jackass of the week.
And ordinarily he'd be kind of a shoe-in, but roaring out of the shadows this week.
There's more.
I'll let you go right ahead.
One more visit to the Chuck Todd and Kamala Harris show, wherein our intrepid reporter asked the Veep about her southern border.
Not her southern border, because that would be frightening. But the southern border.
We're here in Texas. I want to ask you about the border. Would you call the border secure?
I think that there is no question that we have to do what the President and I asked Congress to do. Is the first request we made. Pass a bill to create a pathway to citizenship. The border is secure, but we also have a broken immigration system, in particular over the last 4 years before we came in, and it needs to be fixed.
We're going to have 2 million people cross this border for the first time ever. You're confident this border is secure?
We have a secure border in that is a priority for any nation, including ours and our administration.
You know, and he gave her a chance to walk that complete bald-ass faced lie back, and she doubled down.
Well, and the thing is, she doesn't understand the difference between the southern border of the country and her southern border. But you know what?
That's possible.
Both of them are extremely well traveled. That's from Jim Wetzel. I modified it just a little bit. 10 out of 10. Wow. just listening to these people, is there a three drink minimum at the White House? How is it possible that they always sound drunk?
I know. Well, and Kamala has that weird thing where she sounds like she's at the same time almost about ready to laugh and burst into tears.
And sometimes does both. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Mark, you still there?
No, I thought Biden sounded more coherent than Harris did.
It's the fuck it all.
All right, but we have to choose. And Mark, the missus, chose these wonderful clips. So the first option is Joe Biden saying, what he said, and Kamala Harris. And I always make you vote first, so I'm going to flip that over. Voting for Kamala.
I'm going to vote for, I'll vote for her.
All right. It is unanimous from the voters.
The people have spoken. And Kamala better not challenge the results of this vote. Let's have a recount. I demand we have a recount. Mark, who are you voting for?
We can't do that because our democracy has shown who has won, and that is Kamala.
Hey, if you're not the majority, you are a semi-fascist.
All right. Okay, semi.
And this has been Neil Young's Brain Jackass of the Week. I think we've gotten more mileage out of that than Neil Young did.
Yes, we did. And it's time for Think Real Fast.
Oh, God, this could go badly given how the entire podcast has gone tonight.
Portion of our show where we go very fast and give impressions on stories such as California becomes the first state to offer free school lunch and breakfast for all students. Mark.
I thought they already did.
That was marijuana, free marijuana for all students.
Well, good. Like I said, he's got to feed the illegals.
Well, if they're offering free marijuana, they better get them some food in there or things could get ugly.
Okay, and my response, which is the correct one, let them starve. Okay, I have a really good one here.
So a little side note to that story that you might not be aware of. Are you aware that since the fall of 2020, since the whole COVID thing happened, that no student, our son included, has not paid for a school lunch since then?
They're getting ready to start that back up again.
That they're going to have to pay? Yeah, good luck with that about, clawing back free stuff once you give it out.
Yep.
Government
okay,
never
so
learns.
The light and fancy story is Ukrainian astronomers claim UFOs everywhere over Kyiv. My response: Ukrainian. They misspelled astrologer. Mark.
Those are just the drones circling.
The missus.
Too much vodka.
If they were drones, they would be looking to leave some fresh prey on White House steps in order to try and lure Obama back. Next up, Illinois is making history and headlines, being the first United States to pass a law that says that there's no bail for any crime up to and including second-degree murder. Mark.
Awesome. The Queen should move there. Oh, I'm sorry, she's dead.
And she has diplomatic immunity, sovereign immunity, in fact.
Is this a reenactment of The Purge?
Yes.
The Miz.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what the end game on this is, but I've heard that there have been a lot of neighborhoods that are coughing up the bucks to have their own private security forces. I mean, I think we're getting ready to be, we're turning into African nations where they have warlords. You're going to have that in order to protect yourself.
I think we're looking at a future of death squads like that in Brazil.
Yeah.
With
other notes, the movie Morbius, not that bad. The other thought, Cobra Kai, I'm still on Team Johnny. Mark, thoughts?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have
You
to
haven't
second.
seen
I have to
Cobra
second
Kai?
Mark's.
No,
Mark's
I
opinion
haven't.
on that.
Okay, Cobra Kai is a continuation of the Karate Kid. The Karate Kid. It was a movie with Ralph Macchio.
No, I remember the movie.
The TV
I
show is
just-
actually much better.
Okay.
Ah. Okay. Next time, think real fast.
Think real fast is going slowly tonight.
Slowly. So.
It's all the fuck it all.
All right.
I feel so
opinion.
much better now.
Opinion. Alex Jones.
Yeah,
did
thanks for the free trial.
Opinion. Alex Jones did nothing wrong. Mark.
Agreed.
The misses.
You know, I would have said yes, but he was naming names, and had he not done that, I would have clearly stood by he had done nothing wrong. But
okay. And the answer is, you need to buy my water filter. Okay. Denmark.
Tangerine.
You think about what you say, folks, because you can get our channel banned with one comment. Denmark warns against the clot shot for anyone under 50. Denmark, a national country, this is an actual news story, bans against the clot shot. I'm sorry, the vaccine for anyone under 50. Mark.
Finally, someone's acknowledging that it's worthless.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
Thank you, Dr.
The missus.
I think Dr. Cardi said it all. What can you say about the Danes? They're based and red pilled, and they have a queen.
Okay.
And it's not Elton John.
It's not Elton John. That is correct. He is a rocket man.
It's literally your job.
All right. Let's see if we have anything else. And there is, yes, and this is the big one. This is one might affect us all the most. Railroad strike incoming. Apparently, the major railroads have actually been reducing the benefits of the rail workers, even though they have profits. So, profits, half the profits. Well, actually, the profit per worker is about $300,000 per year, profit per worker, but yet they're reducing their vacation time. So, workers getting ready to go on strike. Mark.
Jeez, I don't know what to say. I've been looking at the news for this for a while, and it's just like, what else can we bring it on? It's got to get worse.
It's like a literal train wreck.
It is. We're so screwed if this happens, but oh well.
See, I don't really know where I come down on this, because on the one hand, I like my cheap, inexpensive baubles that are delivered by train, but on the other hand, I like not having to wait at the railroad crossing. So, toss up?
Waiting at the railroad crossing. You don't even drive across a railroad crossing, like, ever.
I literally cross one every day, and it's on the freaking highway. So when there's a train across, it stops the traffic on the highway.
Okay, Swedish Prime Minister resigns after far right wins majority. Likely new PM says, make Sweden great again. Mark, good or bad?
Oh, the far right winning there? Well, by far right, they mean people who actually want to enforce immigration control. So, yeah, I think that's a good thing.
The miss?
Excuse me, did you just say Sweden?
Sweden?
Yeah.
Sweden?
Yeah, I had a sound effect already. I hit it. That little squeak there that you heard was supposed to happen immediately. Not
your
working.
opinion on Sweden. Sweden.
Screwed up my joke. My opinion on Sweden. I'm actually fluent. I'm actually fluent in Swedish, so I will answer in the native tongue of the Swedish people.
You actually nearly speak Swedish, so why are you speaking?
I
Yeah,
just can't spell it.
Infitting.
Well, I mean, I would just add, I think it's a long time coming. I mean, Stockholm's been the rape capital. For several years now.
It just keeps happening.
What the heck was that?
All right. So, and then our final topic for tonight: electric police cars. When will California have them, and how much advantage will they give the criminals? Mark?
Well, as long as they can drive, the criminals can drive more than the 50 miles until the cars run out of electricity. They're good.
As long as it ends up on YouTube, I'm happy.
That the correct answer is, if Elon Musk can explode a battery, we all win. So, on that note, we will be back next week with another edition of Bants and Bants and Wednesday Rants. As always, I'm your humble host, John Wild.
Share mode activated.
Come on, man.
All right, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try.
Because I have a sound effects board. It's all under my control.
Well, you have to finish it then.
Goodbye, all you happy people. Yo, come back
Oh,
now,
no.
you hear?
You hit it perfectly.
You can't
messed it
talk after I say it. God,
Okay.
you messed it all up, man. And it was almost
Metaphor for our time.
Yeah, I know, and for tonight's podcast. Good night, all. And I'm saying it this time, so you have to stop after I say it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. What the hell am I supposed to say? Oh, y'all come back now. You hear?